What is up? Jason Rigby here. We've got John Maxwell's Leadership Bible out. Just because I said that doesn't mean that you need to tune me out if you're not a Bible person, a Christian person, or any of that. However you believe, whatever you believe, I always tell people this. We know that we are basically blind in this universe. Let me give you an example. They've proven we can only see the light spectrum. We can't see everything else that's in the universe. They've equated that to be at the very, very tip of a pin. If you could take like a little micro dot on the pinhead, that's about as much as we can see when you compare it to the vastness of the universe. So in my little 49 years, I can't expect that I know it all, that I have something that's in confidence, that I absolutely believe in. I can't expect that to be true because I don't know real reality, right? Little philosophical points for you here today. So I'm always going to be open-minded. And I'm going to look at something like this, and I'm going to see history, as we did the last podcast when I talked about World War II. Encourage you guys to listen to that one when it came to fixing the bombers and coming up with a new solution to prevent them from getting shot down. But we're going to step back in time to when Jesus was born. And like I said, however you believe in this, it doesn't matter. This is leadership lessons that we can always learn from the past. We shouldn't cancel history. We should learn from history and not repeat those mistakes. That's why in school, don't delete stuff. We need to learn from it. It's very, very important. And having exercises where you can have kids talk about these things. They can read and learn about the past and then say, this person did these great things, but then they also was this way. As we all are. It's like we're so quick to cancel people, but we would have to cancel ourselves from the horrific things we've done in our life. We don't even know the consequences of the things that we've done in our life and how it's hurt people in different ways. All of us have done that. There's no one here that is innocent and perfect and doesn't deserve to be canceled. We all do. Every single one of us. And I think it's really important when we look at that, then that gives us humility. It also gives us a level playing field where we can begin to see and learn. And we always want to have a learning environment within ourselves and with those that we interact with. Always constantly learn, teach, learn. So this is King Herod. And this was the time of Jesus. Jesus is being born. King Herod is threatened. He's the king. He hears that Jesus is going to be the Messiah, the new king. So he's like, well, screw this. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill all the kids that are around Jesus' age. They're all gone. So he actually sends his army out to kill kids. This is crazy. Crazy leader, right? Well, John Maxwell brings this up when he talks about the law of empowerment. And how people, and not particular people, how we all do this, but how King Herod abused power instead of sharing it. And he gives seven detailed outlines on this. And number one, he said he felt disturbed and threatened when he learned of a coming king. Instead of empowering somebody, and we do this when it's natural inside of ourselves to, we hear of a new competitor, we hear of somebody that is like us but could be better. We have a young leader that we should mentor and help. Instead, we dismiss them or fire them or find an excuse because we're threatened by them, right? We always feel like we're threatened. You can take your spouse, partner, whatever, put them in a room with somebody better than you, have them getting along with that person, and I guarantee you're going to feel threatened and jealous, right? We all do that. That's a human tendency. It's evolution. It's the way that we're designed. When you look at evolutionary psychology, it's absolutely the way that we're designed. It helps us with mating and everything else. So feeling that threat, well, how do you handle that? Well, you got to be self-aware and understand it. This is just 2,500 years or 10,000 years of programming. So a good leader looks at it and says, why am I threatened? There's abundance, not scarcity. In fact, if somebody's super talented, I need to mold them and help them and mentor them so that we can all be successful, right? Number two, he leveraged his power against any possible competitor. So he just wiped them out as quickly as possible. And we see what happened was he got to the point to where he killed all the kids that were around Jesus' age, hoping to get to Jesus. Number 3, he used people to serve his own purposes. I see this all the time with leaders. You're using people as little widgets so that you can step on them. You don't love them. You don't care about them. All you're doing is using them to make you look better. And when they don't fit that mold, that narcissistic mold, then you get rid of them. Number 4, he lied in order to project the right image. This is something that we've all done. We've all had that moment where we're like, oh shit, I lied about this. Maybe you're not even aware. Maybe you lie so much or twist stories so much to make sure that you protect that image. I mean, look at social media. All those people that keep getting busted, they run to the first class section and then take a picture real quick, pretend like they're seating up there, and then they go back to coach, and people's gotten busted for that and all that. But we've all done that, right? We've all looked at our image first and then made decisions based off of that. And what is an image? It's all ego, right? Number 5, he reacted with fury when he didn't get his way. When you began to see that it's your way and then you react with anger, when you react with anger, you are stepping into a danger zone. We'll use a Top Gun reference. Amazing movie, by the way. You are, because what's happening is from here on out, you're super emotionally based. So the decisions that you make are going to be reactive in nature, and they're going to cause you're going to fumble. You will not have common sense, logic, self-awareness. Any of those things are not going to happen in that decision making. You're going to stay stupid shit. You're going to call people into your office. You're going to chew them out in anger for no reason. They may not even know what's going on. Now you're going to have, Jason's in a bad mood. Let's not, talk to him. I've done this before. We've all done this as leaders. Number 6, he concerned himself only with his own benefit. That's all he was concerned about. In his head, he would use a filter that would say, how is this benefiting me? How is this benefiting not just me, but how is this benefiting my position? How is this benefiting my image? How is this going to help me in stepping stone? How is this going to help me? This narcissistic thinking. He was crazy narcissistic to the point where he's killing people, but you have to look at it with this fear. This fear and greed causes these reactions. In turn, it turns you into this narcissistic crazy person. And they all had a horrible demise at the end. He was trying to kill his sons, and there was everything, all kinds of shit went down. Number 7, he sought to destroy any potential threat to his leadership. And I think when you look at the law of empowerment that John Maxwell talks about, and empowering others and allowing that to have this tremendous amounts of abundance. Like in the sense of, and I'm talking abundance like you're always looking to scale. You're always looking to create more leaders. When you hire somebody, you look at them and say, how can I make them a better person? What does it look like them to step into a leadership role? I'm hiring a receptionist. I want her to be a leader. 2 years from now, I want her to be an amazing leader. And, maybe you hire young people, and millennials are known from switching from job to job to job. Perfect. Don't have a scarcity mentality. When you hire them, tell them this: I am here to make you to be an amazing person that when you have the knowledge and the ability and the leadership to be able to work anywhere. I want your dream job, whether you want to work for Nikes with Jordan or whether you want to work, with Facebook or Snapchat or whatever it may be. I want to get you there. So use me as a stepping stone right now. Give me your absolute best. Let me mentor you and coach you. And I guarantee we can get you there. See how that's a whole different program, guys? That's an abundance mentality, isn't it? Not this scarcity, not this King Herod, abusive, fear, threatened, disturbed, fury, anger. All of these things create this negative work environment. And if majority of people do not like their workplace, that means somebody I'm talking to here probably has employees that do not like them, I know that hurts, but do not like you. I hear it all the time. Oh, it'd be so much better if my boss wasn't around. Or when he's or she's around, oh my goodness, it's just everything goes better. Why? Why are they saying that? There's a reason for that. If they felt safe and they trusted you, they would not make those claims. If they're nervous around you, it is your responsibility to make sure they feel safe around you. And that's just taking time to free up your schedule to do coaching. You should every day be coaching with employees, bringing them in your office, having conversations with them. Leave your door open so you don't get some weird, and don't start talking about weird shit. I heard somebody the other day they were talking about conspiracy theories with an employee, and I'm like, politics, get out of that. That conversation should not be had in the workplace. They want to talk. They want you to ask questions, coach them open up to you, and let them talk about what they want to talk about when it comes to work, and then how you can help them solve those issues and problems that they have in the workplace. It's that simple, guys. Love your people. They will love you back, guaranteed, and you'll have an amazing, amazing workplace. Don't be like King Herod and narcissistic and threatened all the time.
Thank you for joining us on the Albuquerque Business Podcast. And thanks to our sponsor, RigbyDigital.com. Make sure to subscribe and share. And go to abqpodcast.com. Get show notes, resources, and links to everything we talked about today to help you navigate your journey as an entrepreneur and business owner.